Like in the last episode, we saw that both 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 and 𝓵𝓸𝓲 come out from the cave somehow and they sleep there at night. When 𝓵𝓸𝓲 opens her eyes in the morning, she does not see him around and on searching. Was seen sitting somewhere on the ground. She goes and sits near him and asks him the reason for sitting like this, on which he says that when we were in the cave, we became friends in there and you saved my life too. I am very grateful to you and thank you for this favor. 𝓵𝓸𝓲 laughs and says that if you really want to repay me, then you can walk in my place and join my sect. To which 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 says that I am belongs to sect which teaches me how to fight against demons and evil, so I can't be a part of your demonic teachings. How my sect will allow me to learn the knowledge of evil. Devil's teaching has always done bad things, but she still says angrily that aren't those the same teachings which during the time of grand war of devil, your ancestors, whom you consider as God, did not show us any mercy at all, and even the weak who can't fight were slaughtered by being helpless in front of children. He also gets angry and says that this is all nonsense because it's all belongs to your devil's teaching. You people destroy everything by attacking everyone without thinking of big or small. 𝓿𝓸𝓲 says, have you seen all this with your own eyes, or have you taken the truth from what your teachers taught you? Our holy teachings never ever intended to harm anyone. 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 says that it is no use to argue on this, to which 𝓿𝓸𝓲 says that I also don't want to argue with you on this at all. She further says that I just wanted to show the misconception that you have been taking with you since long time. On going away, she angrily says that away with you with your holy teachings, and if accidentally you came in front of me, then I will slaughter you first. While on the other side we see Senior Lu practicing, and her practice was being watched by the teacher, but the senior was not paying attention to the practice, and hence the sword also slips out of her hands, on which the teacher gets very angry. But even if he doesn't say anything, she grabs her sword and leaves from there and says that there is no use in giving you punishment because punishment is given to them who have to improve. But seems like your soul is not with you. On the other hand, we see 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬, who is now away from 𝓵𝓸𝓲, is sitting in a restaurant drinking tea. A serious man comes and asks for tea for himself. As soon as he sees him, he understands that he is the student of 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬 sect, to which 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 says that, how do you know that? Then he tells that it is not far from this place and you are looking very excited and you have a different temperament, which proves that you are a student of 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬 sect. 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 becomes shocked listening to this, and the mysterious man gives him tea and asks his name, on which he gives his intro, and then serious man also tells him his name as 𝓿𝓸𝓲. Then they laugh and drink tea. 𝓿𝓸𝓲 tells him that he is a normal being, but that he has read several books since decades of immorality, and looking at your heirloom weapon, it seems to be very powerful. Does it absorb your blood? As far as I know, this heirloom weapon is made up of 2 treasures, and I don't know if you that the pearl inside this one is a treasure of demon sect, and it is a treasure of the old man's treasure. It is called the blood-sucking pearl. It can control willpower and anger together. It is said to have been created by capturing the souls of the 9 ghosts, and that's why it is also called Destroyer of Souls. 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 understands when he had picked it up for the first time, then why many ghosts started circling him. To which 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 gets a little sad that why all this thing happened to me. I thought this weapon is to fight against demon, not with demons. Hearing this, 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 laughs a little awkwardly, hearing evil thing, and says, I heard that your sect also has a wonderful treasure. Why do you think that something must have specially stolen to prepare that treasure of 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬 sect to? Everywhere in this world, for thousands of years, people have been killing each other to become stronger. To which 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 interrupts, saying that our holy treasure is the sword of immorality, and we are fighting to get rid of evil from this world. The devil has cursed this world. To which 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 replies that don't you think this devil teaching is nothing but our creation? Let me give you an example. A lion eats deer, and panther eats the rabbit, and everyone in the food cycle eats the one below them for their survival, and by doing this we have come to the top of the food cycle. So does this make us humans bad? Your problem is that you have been brainwashed to measure everything on the scale of good and evil. Our demonic teaching also teaches killing people, and your teaching of truth too. After all, how someone can make your sect good and demonic sect bad? He says, who are you really? On which he also says this time that I am an ordinary person who roams around in this world. 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 further asks, are you the one who teaches demonic cultivation here? To which he gives smile, and seeing this 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 gets angry and says, do you think you can fool me? Whatever you said is all lie. This stick of mine would definitely be a demonic treasure, but I owe it to the demons to die, because this is the way to a truth, and my intentions are clear like the holy ancient sword preserved in my sect. You can't fool me now. As he looks up, that man from there has gone away. 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 by now has known that this was not an ordinary person, and then he also starts leaving from there with his stick. The same 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓬 tells his servant to keep an eye on him, and as soon as something suspicious happens, tell me immediately. Its determination is very strong, and it is just like my younger version, where we see a man searching for someone in the forest. Only then he gets attacked from behind, and she was 𝓔𝓷𝓲𝓬𝓮, and same strange man come from behind, and from here we come to know 𝓔𝓷𝓲𝓬𝓮 is the daughter of Wang Rang. Seeing her father here, she becomes very angry, but Wang make her understand that how much he loves her. The same love he had done with her mother, that he still has the floor given by her mother, which is a sign of their love. 𝓔𝓷𝓲𝓬𝓮 remembers 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 back in the cave once said about her father that he still loves you. You must have some misunderstandings. She then hugs her father. He then tells her that he has met with 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮, and he is sure that he will become a great man in future. You can get him as your partner, then he can help us a lot in future. 𝓔𝓷𝓲𝓬𝓮 becomes very happy, and Wang is now looking for a way for 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 to join his demonic sect. Wang further says that 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮's temper is getting changed day by day due to his demonic one, and he is feeling the thirst for blood, and I am sure he is going to join our sect soon. On the other hand, 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮, while traveling, reaches a village. The time was noon, but still the market and the streets are deserted. Three-tailed fox demon is about to come here. So everyone should bow down at their home. Only then an old man who calls himself an astrologer, and he is there with his granddaughter, and on seeing him, he says that / are you from Queen Yu sect? On which 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 asks how you know about me. Granddaughter was very funny and loud-mouthed, and she revealed her grandfather truth that he uses to tell same thing to anyone he meets. But he scolds granddaughter and says that we know everything about the past and the future. So you telling me about sect is no big deal. You want to kill the devils, but you're stuck in your own problems. You are worried about the future. There's a void inside your heart, and that is consuming you from inside, and you want to fill it. But there is no one to speak and answer those questions of your mind. There are many problems in your life. Your friends and relatives are disappearing one by one. And if you do not listen to me now and do not fill your void, then your life will be in great danger. But I know a trick to get away from it. Whose fee is 10 coins. 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 had 4 coins. But he accepts those 4 coins too. Suddenly a monk comes there who is from 𝓿𝓸𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓮 temple and has come here to kill fox demon. He assures the villagers that there is nothing to fear. Now same old man goes to that monk and asks him to tell him future. He says at once that we believe in the supreme God Buddha, and at this time if you don't believe, then you can keep quiet. Monk goes to 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 and asks about him, to which he gives his intro, and monk requests him to help him to fight that demon in the jungle. 𝓔𝓸𝓲𝓬𝓮 immediately agrees, and they both starts going to that black stone cave, which is the house of that demon in the jungle. Granddaughter asks that you know there is danger in the black stone cave, and there is some problem in his horoscope too. Why didn't you stop him from going there? Astrologer says that he has made his choice, and now destiny cannot be changed. We have to trust him, and the episode ends like this. We will upload next episode within 3 days, and if you don't want us that episode, then do subscribe and set that bell icon to all so that you will get notified whenever we upload its next episode.